A third region matchup brings us tonight on a Tuesday evening as the Grayson County Cougars host the Apollo Eagles. Some controversy surrounding Apollo through the offseason. We'll let you know about that, but the Eagles have had a rough past couple of years, but things are starting to piece together for Grayson County. It's one of their best chances to take a shot, a deep run in the region, and this gives them an early test. And a good evening and welcome here to the Cougar Den as the Grayson County Cougars are getting ready to host the Apollo Eagles here in tonight's coverage. Sam Gormley with you, so we appreciate you taking the time to tune in here on the Locker Room Show here on 103.9 The Moose and via K105 Digital Productions. Coming up on our Locker Room Show, we're going to introduce you to both the Apollo Eagles. I don't know that controversy is the right word, but there's been some intrigue surrounding the Apollo Eagles. We'll let you know about that in case you'd missed what had happened. We'll tell you about that and kind of give you some answers as far as we know. We'll introduce you to the Grayson County Cougars, and we'll give you tonight's starting lineups along with a conversation with the head coach of the Cougars, Travis Johnston. That comes up and more right here on K105.
The pandemic changed our world and the way we work, live, and connect. But there are better days ahead.
As a boy, I fought polio. Today, America's been polio-free for 40 years thanks to vaccination. We'll beat COVID-19 with vaccine too. Protect yourself and your family. Get vaccinated.
Learn more at cdc.gov/coronavirus. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Hey, boss. Okay?
Said I'm fine.
Me to bed, see you in the morning with the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it, and we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. Where you at? Underlay in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 403246.
This is my house. My parents helped build it. Now we don't get wet when it rains. I don't get too hot or too cold inside. I can play with my sister, I can play with my brother, I can play with my mother, my father, my family. This is my house.
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 Visit habitat.org to find out how you can help more families like mine.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Grayson County Cougars are hosting the Apollo Eagles. Apollo enters the record of 0-3. They were 5-13 last season, losing in the district tournament for the third straight year. Since winning the 2018 third region tournament back in that 2018 season, Apollo 13-63. They have not won more than 5 games in a season. They're coached by Mark Starnes. He's in his second season. He's previously been the head coach at Union County, Henderson County, Fleming County, Johnston Central, and Bergen High School in Eastern Kentucky. Leading scorer is Jaden Kelly. He's averaging 14 points a game. He did not play on Saturday, though, and I'm looking right now out onto the floor, and I don't at this moment see him warming up. So Apollo might be without their leading scorer again here in this afternoon's contest. Brady Ward is their leading rebounder, 8.3 points per game. John Tutt, 7.0 points and 4.0 rebounds per game. But again, I don't know that controversy is the right word, but it surrounds 2 Apollo Eagles, Wadang Well and Jimmy Kami Lohembi. And how that works is that both of those players transferred from Oklahoma to Apollo about 6 or 7 weeks ago. I think it was right at the end of October, I think right around Halloween. So it's been about 6 weeks. And they showed up at Apollo High School, and Wadang Well was rated as a 3-star prospect by ESPN and the number 4 overall prospect in Oklahoma in his class. Very talented player. As of right now, they are not eligible to play by the KHSAA. As you know, the KHSAA has to go through transfer hearings, and a transfer is supposed to sit out 1 year before they are eligible to play, but they can appeal that decision. They are currently in the appeals process. They can play JV, but they cannot play varsity. Now, as far as we know, they have not been cleared to play. Wadang did play in the JV game, but if everything holds up, they will not be allowed to play varsity in tonight's game. So that's kind of the lowdown there on the Apollo Eagles. Grayson County losers their last time out. We'll introduce you to them coming up. This is Grayson County Cougar basketball on 103.9 The Moose.
And someone says, you need a bone marrow transplant, those are just not words you want to hear.
I got a call that it was the best match. It was one of the best days of my life. I'm so happy that you're okay.
I just want to say thank you for the second chance at life. Thousands of patients need a donor like you. Learn how you can help at BeTheMatch.org.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 403246.
The life of every child is precious. If you care for a child or teenager with a disability and have limited income and resources, they may qualify for monthly cash payments through the Supplemental Security Income Program, or SSI. Call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 or visit ssa.gov/SSI-Kids.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Grayson County Cougars are preparing to take on the Apollo Eagles here in a third region matchup. Cougars 1-1 on the season, being led by River Blanson. Blanson had a career-high 26 points in Game 1 against Breckenridge County, 16 points in the loss to Central Hardin. 43-40 was the final score, and that was back on Thursday. And in that game, Grayson County, they lost on a last-second shot as Central Hardin hit that shot with about 1 second remaining, and the time ended up expiring before Travis Johnston was granted a timeout. Keegan Sharp is the leading returning scorer, 14.6 points and 1.9 rebounds per game. Sharp is a three-point specialist, 38% last season, and he's just waiting for that big game. As we've seen it in times when he gets hot, I'll take him up just about against anybody in this region, as he can get hot and catch fire. And he's only shooting about 28% from three, again, very early in this season. Stats can kind of be misleading this early in the year. Grayson County 13-9 last season, another loss in the third region quarterfinals for the Cougars this year. Grayson County, coached by Travis Johnston. He's in his fifth season with a record of 54-64. We'll talk to him next. This is Grayson County Cougar basketball on the Moose.
We've all seen it. People who thought COVID was a myth.
I thought the vaccine was a hoax.
It's hard to breathe. It don't try to kill you in just one way. It try to kill you in multiple ways.
Now her whole family has tested positive for COVID-19.
That vaccine could have stopped all of this.
I would definitely have opted to get it.
If they're not vaccinated, get vaccinated.
See. Call the COVID-19 hotline at 1-800-232-0233.
This is my house. My parents helped build it. Now we don't get wet when it rains. I don't get too hot or too cold inside. I can play with my sister. I can play with my brother. I can play with my mother, my father, my family. This is my house.
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 Visit habitat.org to find out how you can help more families like mine.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit KY School Report Card.
We've all seen it. People who thought COVID was a myth.
I thought the vaccine was a hoax.
It's hard to breathe. It don't try to kill you in just one way. It try to kill you in multiple ways.
Now her whole family has tested positive for COVID-19.
That vaccine could have stopped all of this.
I would definitely have opted to get it.
If they're not vaccinated, get vaccinated.
See.
Call the COVID-19 hotline at 1-800-232-02.
Cougar football.
Back to the Locker Room Show on 103.9 The Moose. Sam Gormley now joined by the head coach of the Grayson County Cougars, head coach Travis Johnston. Coach, what'd you like on film from the Central Hardin game?
I thought our defense was pretty good. I think they missed a few easy shots that they normally make, but to hold a team of that caliber to 43 points, and even though they held the ball maybe for a minute and a half, 2 minutes in the fourth quarter, which I thought was to our advantage. I really liked our defense, and we had a little miscommunication on the last play, but other than that, keeping that team to scoring 40 points was pretty good. Just the bad thing is obviously we couldn't score any more.
Teams have been doing everything in their power to take Keegan out of games. How do you get him open?
We're going to have to do a better job screening for him, and he's going to have to do a better job of taking shots that are contested. He's a good player, and we tell him all the time some good players are going to have to take some stuff that where you think it could be a bad shot, and he needs to force the issue just a little bit more, but like I said, we're going to have to do a better job of getting him open and running certain things for him.
When you look at this week, you get tonight a chance at a 9th district team. On Friday, you get a district opponent, and then on Saturday, you get a team that might be one of the best teams in the entire state who just beat a team that was ranked 2nd or 3rd to start the year. What can you learn about your team of the week with a lot of different opponents like this? And
it's a big variety. This team is, unless something crazy happened, they're a little bit smaller than teams we've faced, especially Central Hardin, and then of course Edmonson County is at Edmonson County, and we all know how that goes, and then playing. I'm pretty sure I know they're top 25 in the state. They may be top 20 or 15 now. Just a really good team, and I'm excited for it because it's a chance to get 3 really, really good wins, and it's hard not to look at your win-loss record and stuff like that because obviously we just want to be playing well, but it'd be nice to put a couple more on our win column.
Apollo played here a couple of weeks ago in your preseason jamboree. What did you see from them then, and how have they improved since that point?
Well, they looked a little different, assuming the 2 transfers can't play, and but the Kelly kid has really improved. The point guard, he's attacking a lot more. They have the Ward kid, who's very strong, very good guard, and a couple other guys who can shoot the ball. And they move well without the ball. They run a 5-out motion, and they're going to throw 2 or 3 different. Or 3 or 4 actually different defenses at you to try to throw you off, and Coach Starnes has done a good job. Coach Tinsley, Coach Brown, all those guys, they're into it. They get the guys going. They're vocal. They're energetic, and that's what it takes to try to take a team that I can't remember what their record was last year, but to try to build them up from that.
Apollo offensively is not the greatest team in the world. I think they'd probably even tell you that. What mentality does your defense have to have when they go in against a team that does struggle to score at times?
Same thing, and we tell them all the time, single-digit quarters. That's our goal. We take it quarter by quarter, and that's where we struggle a little bit is we have a tendency to play to the score too much. I think we did that against Brett County. We got up about 18, and then we played to the score. Our focus is single-digit quarters tonight, and honestly, that's every night. I think we held Central Hardin to 3 single-digit quarters, and then gave up 18 one quarter, and that was where our lapse was. So that's our focus tonight. That's what we're going to continue. If there's a timeout halfway through the first quarter, we're talking, hey, single-digit quarter, or hey, 8 points in 4 minutes is too much, lock down, and hopefully they can respond from that.
The last time Grayson County beat Apollo more than 3 times in a row was when you were playing. How do you make that happen tonight?
That may have been in the same year, actually, when we beat them 3 times one year. But
yeah, it was like 6 or 7 in a row.
It starts on the defensive end. We got hopefully a couple guys that are going to try to give us some minutes tonight that haven't got to play yet so far, and hopefully they can give us a boost off our bench and make our bench a little bit deeper. And then we got to find a way to get out and run in transition. I think we stalled a little too much in the transition game against Central Hardin just because we knew how good they were coming back. But we need to pick it back up and try to get double-digit transition points.
Coach, good luck. We'll have more here coming up in the locker room show after this.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Go.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to the Locker Room Show. We'll run down scores from around the region, the starting lineups here for both teams. First off, for Apollo, it is going to be Alex Morphew, Z. Tunt, Jaron Stites, Eli Masterson, and Brady Ward. And for Grayson County, it'll be Keegan Sharp, Braden Childress, Chandler McCready, River Blanton, and Hunter Toms. Toms, Blanton, McCready, Childress, Sharp. The play-by-play is next here on K105.
This is my house. My parents helped build it. Now we don't get wet when it rains. I don't get too hot or too cold inside. I can play with my sister. I can play with my brother. I can play with my mother, my father, my family. This is my house.
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 Visit habitat.org to find out how you can help more families like mine.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
And someone says, you need a bone marrow transplant, those are just not words you want to hear.
I got a call that it was the best match. It was one of the best days of my life. I'm so happy that you're okay.
I just want to say thank you for the second chance at life. Thousands of patients need a donor like you. Learn how you can help at BeTheMatch.org.
We've all seen it. People who thought COVID was a myth.
I thought the vaccine was a hoax.
It's hard to breathe.
It don't try to kill you in just one way. It try to kill you in multiple ways.
Now her whole family has tested positive for COVID-19.
That vaccine could have stopped all of this.
I would definitely have opted to get it.
If they're not vaccinated, get vaccinated.
See.
Call the COVID-19 hotline at 1-800-232-0233.
The pandemic changed our world and the way we work, live, and connect. But there are better days ahead.
As a boy, I fought polio. Today, America's been polio-free for 40 years thanks to vaccination. We'll beat COVID-19 with vaccine too. Protect yourself and your family. Get vaccinated.
Learn more at cdc.gov/coronavirus. This message brought to you by the National
Welcome to the Cougar Den as the Grayson County Cougars are preparing to take on the Apollo Eagles here in a matchup between two third region teams. The Rowdy Cougs are fired up and ready to roll as these two teams are getting ready to have the starting lineups announced. So we are going to take a break and have the play-by-play next as this is Cougar basketball on the Moose.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
It's time for basketball in Leitchfield. The Grayson County Cougars and the Apollo Eagles. Cougars in the home whites with the navy blue numerals. Apollo wearing the road blue jerseys with the red and white stripe up each side. Your officials for tonight's game, Kevin Morris, Colby Joe Carver, and Brian Jones. The opening tip is controlled by the Grayson County Cougars. They will work from right to left on the radio dial. It is Childress, Toms, Blanton, Sharp, and McCready. Jump pass inside to Toms, and the shot off the right side is good. What a start for the Grayson County offense. As Toms came cutting down from the far baseline, Blanton threw the lob up to him, and the Cougs are on top 2-0. Apollo, starting lineup, Alex Morphew, Z. Tutt, Jaron Stites, Eli Masterson, and Brady Ward, and a steal by Childress for Grayson. Childress, an outlet pass down to Blanton, cutting down the right side and lays it in. River Blanton goes coast to coast, and Grayson County has an early 4-0 lead against the Eagles of Apollo. As it's down here to the near side, and Ward will break the timeline with a cross-court pass to Masterson, and taking an extra step, crossing the timeline was Jaron Stites. And Grayson County is going to get the basketball right back, 4-0. Grayson County leads this one 7 minutes and 13 seconds to play here in our opening quarter from the Cougar Den. Grayson County enters the record of 1-1. Won their season opener here at the Cougar Den against Breckenridge County. Lost against Central Hardin last time out on Thursday. Over to the right wing, it is Sharp. Back out front now to Childress. Childress back to Sharp. Sharp has to reach way out with his right hand to grab that basketball. Gives it back out to the logo now to Sharp. Sharp just gives it right back now. Over to the right wing to Blanton. Interior pass to Toms off the right side. Lays it in. Hunter Toms has 4 points to start the game, and Grayson leads Apollo 6-0. 6 minutes and 40 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Down in the near side, being trapped and breaking the timeline. Right up the middle goes Stites. Stites back here into the near corner to Ward. Ward gives it down to a pass. Is Masterson down on the left block. Outside to Stites. Stites has it right in front of the Grayson County student section. Good to see them back here after a season last year where they weren't allowed to attend. Deep three from the left wing is off the mark. Taken by Stites for Apollo, and the rebound is pulled down by McCready for Grayson County. Look pass over to the far corner to Sharp. Sharp just gives it off to McCready. McCready inside. Blanton shot with the right hand is a little short, and pulling off the rebound there was Eli Masterson for the Eagles. Off to the right wing to Ward. Ward gives it out front to Stites. Stites back now to Ward. Ward guarded by McCready, gets around. McCready drives near baseline, picks up his dribble at the block. Outside to Tutt. Tutt gives it back out front. The Grayson County man-to-man defense not letting Apollo get anything on the inside right now. Tutt in the near corner being guarded by Toms, and he throws it away, and that's going to be an over and back call. As Tutt, I'm not sure if he thought it was a different player. Jaron Stites only stands about 6 foot tall, and he'd probably have had to have been about 6'4", 6'5" to be able to catch that ball. Grayson County has the basketball. They lead 6-0. 5.5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Interior pass to Toms. Toms to the near corner. McCready, three, up, count it. Chandler McCready hits the three on the near side, and Grayson County all over Apollo to start. 9-0. 5 minutes and 20 seconds to play here in the first quarter. At the half-court line, it's a pass down into the near corner by Masterson. He gives it off to the left wing. A deep three to answer is no good. Off the mark, rebounded by McCready for Grayson County. McCready gives it off to the junior guard, Braden Childress, who breaks the timeline right at the logo. Over to the far side, Sharp. Sharp with the left hand out front to Childress, and Childress is going to set up the Grayson County offense with a pass off to the left wing. McCready, three up into the air. It's off the mark. Rebounded by Masterson. Masterson gives it down here to the near side of the court as it is Ward with the basketball, and a timeout is going to be taken by Mark Starnes. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with him. It's 9-0 Cougs, 4:48 to go in the first. This is Cougar basketball on the Moose.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Grayson County leads this one 9-0. 4 minutes and 48 seconds to go here in the first quarter as they have started this extremely well against the Apollo Eagles. Eagles enter the record of 0-3 since winning the third region tournament back in 2018. The Eagles are 13-63. They have not won more than 5 games in a year. Last year they were 5-13. The year prior 5-25. The year prior to that 3-25. Over to the left wing, a pass inside to Tutt. Tutt swings it back here to the near side. It's a new player into the game, Morphew. Morphew, interior pass off the right side. Masterson, shot is good. Masterson takes the most shots in the team, and he shows off there with a really nice move in the post, and that gets Apollo on the board at 9-2. Blanton, interior pass into Toms. Not a great pass. Masterson is there to pick it up for the Eagles. Gives an outlet pass down here to the near side. Eagles break the timeline. Transition shot is going to be a walk. Brady Ward caught the ball and took an extra step. He almost looked like a running back there who took the handoff and took a little like stutter step, like he was getting ready to, break into a hole. McCready will break the timeline, or it is Childress breaking the timeline. Sharp back now to Childress. Childress swings it over to Blanton. Step back three, far corner. Good. Nothing but nets for River Blanton. He's got 5 points. Grayson County leads 11-2 halfway through our opening quarter here from Grayson County High School. Passing inside now. Pass back out to Morphew. Apollo's still sticking with their starters right now. To the right elbow, Masterson turns it around. The shot is good. Masterson's got all 4 of Apollo's points, but it's still all Grayson, 12-4, 3:38 to play here in the first quarter. Interior pass to Toms, who's double teamed, and a jump ball is going to be called as Toms was wrapped up by Tutt, and possession is going to head towards Apollo. Subs into the game for Grayson County. It'll be Nolan Hornbeck and Jack Logston. Logston, the 7th grader. First 7th grader to make the varsity roster since we've been able to dig, being his head coach Travis Johnston, who was on the varsity roster back in the mid-2000s. Jump pass over to the far side. Tutt, 3 up into the air is an air ball, and the rebound is off of Apollo, and it is going to be Grayson County basketball. The official, Kevin Morris, took just a little bit of an extra time there to blow the whistle, which made me think that he was almost going to say that it was off of Grayson. But they do change their mind and say that it is off of Apollo, which from my angle here at the top looked to be the right call. Right wing Logston over to the far side. Sharp steps into the 3, right side, and rattles in. Keegan Sharp knocks in the open 3. The Cougars have 3 threes in the quarter, and they lead 15-4, 3:01 to play here in the first quarter. Jump pass is knocked out of bounds by Jack Logston as the pass was attempted by Brady Ward. We've got a substitution into the game for the Eagles. It's going to be Grant Smith. He's averaging 5.3 points per game and 3.7 rebounds per game. It is Stites with the basketball out front. Man-to-man defense for Grayson County, and a pass to the right wing is knocked out of bounds by River Blanson. Mark Starnes coaching up his team. Starnes has a lot of coaching experience. He's 14 overall seasons as a head coach, as he's coached all over the state. Union County, Henderson County, Fleming County, Johnston Central, and Bergen High School in Eastern Kentucky. Driving down the near side, really nice defense by Dylan Horn, who's into the game for the first time, and a walk is called, as he did a really good job staying in front of Brady Ward. And Dylan Horn checks in for his first minutes of the season. He missed the first 2 games of the year with an ankle injury, and I know Travis Johnston is really happy to have Dylan back into the lineup. Logston running the point here for Grayson County. Off to Hornbeck on the right wing. Hornbeck gets it out front to Horn. Horn interior pass to Blanton off the left. Block shots up, good, and he is fouled. River Blanton will go to the free throw line after being fouled on the play by Masterson. That'll be his first and the team's first. And River Blanton will go to the free throw line to try and convert on the and one. Blanton, it has been a struggle from the free throw line this season. 5 of 17 on free throws, and he makes that one to go to 6 of 18. And I know Blanton, you really liked it. He's had 2 really rough games to start, and knowing what I know about River, there's a pass over to the left wing, stepping into the 3 and knocking it in was Morphew. But what I know about River Blanton is that he would admit to you that his free throws have not been great. And what I love to see is that after the game against Central Hardin, we were packing up, and he was shooting free throws. As he drives down the right lane, he's fouled on the drive. The shot was no good, and are they going to give him the shooting foul? We'll see what Brian Jones, the official, says, and it's called on Masterson. That'll be his second and the team's second. River Blanton to the line. He will shoot 2. The first one is up into the air, and it is short. But Blanton is one of those players, and Travis Johnston has talked with us about this multiple times. If he sees that ball go through the net, he can become a very dangerous player. And right now, he saw that first free throw go through the net, missed his second. Here's the third, and it's no good. He's definitely a streaky shooter. If he can become more consistent, he very well could be the best player in this third region. I don't think that that's a crazy thing to say whatsoever. 18-7, Grayson County leads. 1:45 to play here in the first quarter. Out front, it is Morphew with the ball. He drives down the left lane. The shot is up. No good. It can't roll in. Horn gets the rebound. An outlet pass down to Blanton. Down the right lane. He goes up. The shot is good. River Blanton just goes coast to coast there off the beautiful pass from Keegan Sharp. And Grayson County leads 20-7, 1:25 to play here in the first quarter. On the right side, an interior pass knocked away again by Grayson County. I think Hornbeck might have gotten his hand on this. Blanton drives down the right side. Euro step blocked out by Tutt. Apollo working 1-on-2 and smartly holding up. Now he's going to speed up his dribble down the left side. Shot's good. Basket made by Grant Smith. As Hornbeck had really nice defense, so did Logston underneath, but he made the basket in. Logston on the right wing, 20-9, Grayson County under a minute to play. Hornbeck down the far baseline, goes up, nice move, can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Tutt for the Eagles. Tutt gives it down here to the near side to Kelly, to Stites, who's into the game. And the basketball I thought was knocked out of bounds, but I guess it didn't end up going in. The way that the players kind of stopped on the court made me feel like it was out. Right side, Ward into the near corner. 35 seconds and counting to play here in the first quarter, and a foul underneath. Off the ball foul is called on Grayson County. It's called on Jack Logston. It's his first, the team's first. Hunter Tom's in. River Blanton going to take a seat, and it's probably one of these things that Travis Johnston, with 33.5 seconds on the clock here in the first quarter, is just going to give River a breather here for these last 33 seconds after he's played very well to start. On the inbounds pass, Tutt's layup on the right side is no good. The rebound, though, is tapped out into the hands of Ward for the Eagles. They're going to get another chance. Out front to Stites. Stites on the far front court, trying to set up the offense here for Apollo. Right side, Morphew. Morphew gives it out front now to Ward. Ward to Stites. 12 seconds on the clock here. Apollo trying to make it a single-digit game here as we close in to the end of this first quarter. Back into the middle. They go with 3 seconds. He's got to get a shot off. Stites gives it back now to Ward. Ward drives in. Floater at the buzzer. No good. the end of the first quarter, it is Grayson County leading Apollo 20-9. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
The pandemic changed our world and the way we work, live, and connect. But there are better days ahead.
As a boy, I fought polio. Today, America's been polio-free for 40 years thanks to vaccination. We'll beat COVID-19 with vaccine too. Protect yourself and your family. Get vaccinated.
Learn more at cdc.gov/coronavirus. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Grayson County leads this one 20-9 as we get ready to start the second quarter of play. Sam Gormley with you here this evening. This is WMTL Leitchfield, Litchfield's Country Station 103.9 The Moose. Grayson County led by River Blanton in that first quarter of play. He finished with 10 points. Cougars hit 3 threes in the quarter. Keegan Sharp, Chandler McCready, and Blanton each hit one, and it'll be Grayson County to start with the basketball. Longston, Blanton, McCready. Longston pulls up three. It is long, but he gets the rebound back outside Blanton. He steps into the three off the pass. That one's long as well. And underneath it is Toms who comes down with the rebound. You've also got Darius Tung into the game for the Cougars. Near side to McCready. McCready drives near baseline, weaves through, has it poked away from behind, and Apollo comes down with the basketball. Grayson County going with a different lineup on the floor. Apollo appears to go with their starters except for Masterson, and now the Apollo throws the ball away. Blanton picks it up, but his foot was out of bounds, and it's going to stay Apollo basketball. So for Apollo on the floor, you've got Grant Smith, Morphew, Tutt, Stites, and Ward, as Eli Masterson is on the bench with 2 fouls. Grayson County, 1 foul in that first quarter was called on Jack Logston. In fact, there were only 3 fouls called in that first quarter. Helped move this game along. Left wing Stites, guarded by Blanton. Cougars going with their traditional man-to-man defense here in the second quarter. It's very rare you'll see them play zone. They probably play man 90-95% of the time. As Travis Johnston says, that's their bread and butter. Deep three, left wing. It is a long. It wasn't an air ball, but it was way off the back of the backboard. Stites gets the rebound. Near side, McCready. He'll step into the near side three. It's no good. Toms with a rebound underneath. Toms for Grayson County as a jump pass, gives it to McCready. McCready inside to Blanton, shot with the right hand, good. Blanton's got 12 points. Grayson County on top of Apollo 22-9. 6 minutes and 38 seconds to play here in the first half. Stites across the timeline and a foul underneath. Called by the back official. Called on Jack Logston. It's his second and the team's second. Very interesting call there by Kevin Morris, the official, as he was all the way on the other side of the floor, and he's supposed to necessarily be watching the ball. He obviously saw something out of his peripheral that caused him. I didn't see it, so I can't tell whether it was a foul or not. It didn't seem like Travis Johnston complained whatsoever, which usually makes me think that it probably was a foul. Jack Logston did take a seat, though, and in for him was Braden Childress. Interior pass, and offensive foul is going to be called as Brady Ward runs over Chandler McCready. That'll be his first and the team's third for Brady Ward. McCready, last season for Grayson County, he was second on the team in charges, and he's taken both of Grayson County's charges in this season. Near side Toms for Grayson. They lead 22-9. Out front Blanton. Blanton inside to Tung. Tung gets a pass inside. He tries to McCready, but really nice hands by Brady Ward to take it away. He gives a quick pass up to Stites. Stites double team. Cougars going with zone. No, I guess it was man-to-man. Somebody lost their man. And a 3-0 on the far side is out by Tutt. Rebounded by Blanton. Blanton loses the ball. Childress comes down with it for Grayson. Childress down the right side. Jump pass outside Blanton. 3, far side. In and out. Rebounded by Apollo, as coming down with that rebound was Smith. Out front Morphew. Morphew jump pass here to the near corner to Stites, and Stites is going to set up the offense for the Apollo Eagles. They're 0-3, 5-13 last season. Near side, driving in, going up with a shot. It is no good short. Brady Ward took that shot. Blanton comes down with the rebound for the Cougars. 5:15 to go here in the second quarter. Childress to McCready on the left wing. McCready thought about driving, just gives it back out to Childress, and Travis Johnston, the fifth-year head coach, calling out the orders to his team. To the near side, McCready. McCready drives to your baseline, gets around one defender, absorbs contact, shot's no good, and a loose ball rebound is pulled down by Stites. Stites going coast to coast down the near side, goes up with a shot, it's good. Really nice play by Jaron Stites as he takes it coast to coast and moves down the near side of the floor, and it's 22-11, 4:45 to go here in the second quarter. Right side, Tongue, out front to Childress, has the ball on the volleyball line. Back now to Tongue. Tongue fakes the interior pass back out here to Childress. Childress gives it to Toms on the right wing. He steps into the three. It is no good, and a foul's going to be called on the rebound on Chandler McCready. And you could tell Chandler the minute he made that contact on the back of the Apollo player, you could tell on his face that he's like, oh, why did I do that? And the official just kind of nodded at him, Colby Joe Carver. And I like that from the official. That was not, I don't think, Chandler being upset at the official. That was Chandler being upset at himself for making that foul. Keegan Sharp is back into the game for Grayson County, in for McCready. Spinning at the free throw line was Morphew. Gives it out front now to Ward. Ward being guarded by Sharp. Sharp took most of the second quarter off to start. Travis Johnston trying to give one of his top players a little bit of rest. Down the right lane, and a walk is going to be called, and that's a good call by the trail official. Jaron Stites did take an extra step. And checking into the game will be Owen Bratcher. Bratcher getting his first minutes of this season. He's missed the first couple of games with a shoulder injury, and if you look right now, he's got some sort of sleeve or something on his shoulder. So, it almost looks like he's wearing a short sleeve t-shirt with one sleeve not in. As they give it into Bratcher, layup off the right side is good. They feed him right away, and Bratcher lays it in off the right side. Seems that shoulder isn't bothering him here. And Grayson County leads this 24-11 with 3 minutes and 40 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Driving down inside, the floater is short and off the mark by Jaron Stites, and the rebound is out of bounds off of Apollo. Grayson County on top, 24-11. 3:33 to go here in the second quarter. Sub into the game, Grant Smith into the game for the Eagles. Braden Childress to the right wing to Horn. Horn out front, Childress. Looks like we're seeing a little bit of zone defense here for Apollo of sorts. Childress into the near corner to Hornbeck, who thought about the three. Back now to Childress. Grayson County on top, 24-11. Three right wing by Sharp. Back of the iron, no good. Rebound attempted to be saved in bounds by Owen Bratcher as he goes storming into the bench. And if anybody on Grayson County's team, it's probably the last guy you want storming into the bench. Owen Bratcher's a big guy. He's 6'4", and I don't really know. I don't typically keep track of weights, but Owen is by no means fat. He's just a big guy. Inside, spinning down the lane. The shot is up and good. Brady Ward gets it in. And Bratcher's just a big guy all around. In that football shape as a defensive lineman for the Cougar football team. On the far side, Hornbeck. Hornbeck has the basketball. Interior pass to Bratcher. Bratcher goes up off the right side. Good. Owen Bratcher's got 4 points coming into this quarter. And Grayson County leads 26-13, 2 minutes and 33 seconds to play here in the first half. Near side, driving down the baseline is Masterson, who's back into the game with the 2 fouls for Apollo. Something to keep an eye on, as Masterson is being guarded by Sharp. Passing out to Smith. Smith jumps a pass off to Masterson, goes up, floater, 5 feet near side, off the mark. Coming down with the rebound is Horn for Grayson. Off to the far side, Childress. Childress hurries it up to Hornbeck. Right wing stepping into the three in transition is no good. The bank is not open. Horn comes down with a rebound and gives it out front. And a fight for the loose ball is going to be a jump ball as both players are going at it. As Morphew and Horn were going at that basketball. That was just 2 guys going at it. Horn comes up holding the right side of his head. Hopefully he's okay. And Travis Johnston was trying to make a sub, but River Blanton couldn't get to the bench in time. Left wing Ward. Interior pass, spinning it around and giving it back outside now to Ward. Ward setting up the offense for the Eagles. They trail 26-13, 1:40 to play here in the second quarter. Smith on the far side, back now to Ward. Apollo really has not had any semblance of being able to get inside against Grayson County. They played very good defense, have the Cougars. Left wing, it is Masterson. Masterson spins down the left lane, spins it around, and the shot is good. Really nice basket for Eli Masterson. He's got 6 points. And it's an 11-point game at 26-15, 1:15 to play in the second quarter. Near corner, Sharp. Off to the left wing to Horn. Horn has Hornbeck, tried to find him on the far side. Tutt does a nice job like a cornerback intercepting that pass. He goes coast to coast, and a block is called down on the near side, called on Horn as Tutt runs him over. But the official Brian Jones calls it a balk, and the other official, Kevin Morris, who was underneath, nodded as if to say, I agree. Tutt to the line to shoot the first free throws of the game for the Eagles. He's 1 of 2 from the charity stripe this season. And he lets the first one fly, and it is no good. As a team, Apollo only a 52.2% free throw shooter. Second free throw, count it. He makes the second one, and it's 26-16, 1 minute to play here in the second quarter. Grayson County on top by 10. Near side, Hornbeck. Hornbeck back off to the left wing. Childress inside to Bratcher, swings it out over to the far side. 3 by Sharp, good. Keegan Sharp knocks in the 3, and Grayson County leads this one 29-16, 45 seconds to play in the second quarter. Morphew with the ball. Working from left to right. Looks to the near side with a pass to Ward. Ward fakes the drive. Finds Morphew on the left wing. Under 30 seconds to play here in the first half. It is Grayson on top, 29-16. Morphew guarded by Sharp. They're forcing him to go right. 15 seconds and counting to play in the second quarter. Near side Tutt, and he carries it. Right in front of the Grayson County bench, he carries it, and Grayson County is going to get the basketball back, presumably to hold for the final shot with 13.4 seconds to go here in this second quarter. On the floor for Grayson on offense, Blanton, Sharp, Childress, Hornbeck, and Bratcher. 10 seconds on the clock. Cougars up by 13, 29-16. 6 seconds on the clock. Sharp gets a screen off to the right wing, drives down the right side. Floater is up, no good, but he is fouled with 2.5 seconds on the clock. Foul whistled on Z Tutt. That is his first, team's fourth. Keegan Sharp going to the free throw line, where he is 2 of 4 this season. He took all of those free throws as he's going to shoot 2 in the Breckinridge County game, and he misses that one. Keegan Sharp missed 2 free throws back-to-back in the Breckinridge County game. It was the first time he had missed back-to-back free throws in his Grayson County career, and only the second time as he makes the second free throw with 2.5 seconds. Apollo half-court shot at the buzzer is no good. Grayson County leads this one 30-16, but what I was saying, it's only the second time in Keegan's career that he'd missed 2 free throws in a game. It's a crazy stat. Grayson County leads this one 30-16 at the half. We'll come back, jump into the halftime show after this. This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
This is my house. My parents helped build it. Now we don't get wet when it rains. I don't get too hot or too cold inside. I can play with my sister, I can play with my brother, I can play with my mother, my father, my family. This is my house.
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 Visit Habitat.org to find out how you can help more families.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind, and when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts at Midway Pharmacy.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Cougars lead the Eagles of Apollo 30-16 at the half. River Blanton leads the way with 12 first half points. Coming up on our halftime show, we'll run down the scores from around the region, the scores from this game, and get you ready for half number 2 of action. It's Grayson County on top of this one, 30-16. This is Grayson County Cougar basketball on 103.9 The Moose.
We've all seen it. People who thought COVID was a myth.
I thought the vaccine was a hoax.
It's hard to breathe.
It don't try to kill you in just one way. It try to kill you in multiple ways.
Now her whole family has tested positive for COVID-19.
That vaccine could have stopped all of this.
I would definitely have opted to get it.
If they're not vaccinated, get vaccinated. See.
Call the COVID-19 hotline at 1-800-232-0233.
And someone says, you need a bone marrow transplant, those are just not words you want to hear.
I got a call that it was the best match. It was one of the best days of my life. I'm so happy that you're okay.
I just want to say thank you for the second chance at life. Thousands of patients need a donor like you. Learn how you can help at BeTheMatch.org.
This is my house. My parents helped build it. Now you don't get wet when it rains. I don't get too hot or too cold inside. I can play with my sister, I can play with my brother, I can play with my mother, my father, my family. This is my house.
This is my house. This is my house.
This is my house.
This is my house.
Visit Habitat.org to find out how you can help more families like mine.
Hey, boss. Okay.
Said I'm fine.
See you in the morning with the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it, and we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. We were underlay in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yeah.
On K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Cougars lead this one 30-16, 5:48 to play left here in the halftime period. Run down a score or two from around the region. A game here with 18.7 seconds left. In fact, this is a district game over in Nelson County. It is Bethlehem leading Thomas Nelson 69-68. Halftime score from our friends down in Graves County. They lead 27-14 against Callaway County. Halftime score, Madisonville North Hopkins leads Christian County 37-25. At the half, Cumberland County leads Metcalfe County 34-30. Edmondson on top of Logan 30-21. That score is at the half. Boys basketball, Butler County leads Davis County 31-16. And our good friends up in Whitesville, they lead Russellville 44-34. That score is at the end of the third quarter. College basketball final score to bring you: Kentucky defeats Southern by a final score of 76-64. One more final score to bring you. It was from earlier this evening when the Edmondson County Lady Cats took on Logan County. The final score of that game was Logan County 39, Edmondson County 22. Cougars have retaken the floor. We'll run down the scoring from this game after this. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
We've all seen it. People who thought COVID was a myth.
I thought the vaccine was a hoax.
It's hard to breathe.
It don't try to kill you in just one way. It try to kill you in multiple ways.
Now her whole family has tested positive for COVID-19.
That vaccine could have stopped all of this.
I would definitely have opted to get it.
If they're not vaccinated, get vaccinated. See.
Call the COVID-19 hotline at 1-800-232-0233.
And someone says, you need a bone marrow transplant, those are just not words you want to hear.
I got a call that it was the best match. It was one of the best days of my life. I'm so happy that you're okay.
I just want to say thank you for the second chance at life.
Thousands of patients need a donor like you. Learn how you can help at BeTheMatch.org.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County Schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Here we go.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back. This is Cougar basketball on the Moose. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties back there, but it's fine. It makes sense. It's good to enjoy here. As Grayson County leads this one 30-16 at the half against Apollo. Run down the scoring from this game. First for the Eagles, led by Eli Masterson. He had 6 points. 3 points for Alex Morphew. 2 points apiece for Grant Smith, Jaron Stites, and for Brady Ward. And 1 point for Z Tutt. For Grayson County, River Blanton leads the way. He had 12 points. Keegan Sharp's got 7. 4 apiece for Owen Bratcher and Hunter Toms, and 3 for Chandler McCready. Grayson County, really good things in that first half, but still, it feels like they should be up by more. And I think that's probably what Travis Johnston's message was to his team, is that we're playing well, but let's see what more we can grow upon here in the second half before you have this game coming up on Friday that, I keep being told it's a big one. Edmonson County, not sure if you've heard of them. Apparently rivalry, tobacco sticks, some district, I don't know. It's something like that, but that comes up on Friday, and then on Saturday you play a really good Greenwood team. So this is a big second half to see what the Cougars could do and grow. That second half comes up next here on 103.9 The Moose.
The life of every child is precious. If you care for a child or teenager with a disability and have limited income and resources, they may qualify for monthly cash payments through the Supplemental Security Income Program, or SSI. Call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 or visit ssa.gov/SSI-Kids to learn more. That's ssa.gov/SSI-Kids. Message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
Here's choice.
Cougar football on K105.
It's the second half of action here from Grayson County High School as the Cougars lead this one 30-16 as we start half number 2. Cougars going to their starting lineup. It'll be Childress, Blainson, Sharp, McCready, and Toms. To start, the Cougars will switch sides, and they'll work from left to right on your radio dial. Sharp on the near side, they lead 30-16. It was River Blainson, it was 12 first half points. Keegan Sharp had 7. Sharp takes a deep 3 straight away. Good! He knocked it down from Short Creek. Keegan Sharp's got 3 points, and Grayson County leads 33-16. Left side, Apollo trying to find an answer for Grayson County. If Keegan Sharp starts knocking him down from that territory, this game could be over very quick for the Eagles. Left wing Stites Jump pass over to the right side. Eagles trying to just look for some offensive momentum here, something that they didn't have a lot of in the first half. Jump pass over to the right wing to Stites. Stites drives in to Tutt off the right side. Tutt lays it in. Tutt's got 3 points now in this game. Grayson County on top 33-18. 7 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Firing a pass over to the far side to McCready. McCready, a no-look pass inside to Toms. Toms swings it over to the near corner to Childress. Childress double-teamed inside to Toms. Toms runs over the defender. The shot's no good. Rebound bouncing up into the hands of Blanton. Blanton outside McCready. Steps into the left wing. 3. It's off the mark. And rebound is pulled down by Apollo. The Eagles are pushing down to the left wing. Morphew. Morphew spins it out. Hands it to Masterson. Masterson from 18 feet on the left side. It's short. Childress with the rebound for the Cougars. 33-18, Grayson on top of Apollo. 6.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. To the near side, Blanton, who taps it inside to Toms, who lays it in off the right side. Blanton almost hit that ball as if it was a volleyball, knocking it into the hands of Hunter Toms on the inside. Blanton picks up the assist, and Grayson County picks up the 2 points, and now Blanton gets a steal. Passes to Childress on the left side. The basket's good. Childress kind of hesitated for a second, and still makes the layup on the left side. Apollo wants a timeout. Grayson County leads 37-18, 6:09 to play in the third. This is Cougar basketball on the Moose.
We've all seen it. People who thought COVID was a myth.
I thought the vaccine was a hoax.
It's hard to breathe.
It don't try to kill you in just one way. It try to kill you in multiple ways.
Now her whole family has tested positive for COVID-19.
That vaccine could have stopped all of this.
I would definitely have opted to get it.
If they're not vaccinated, get vaccinated. See.
Call the COVID-19 hotline at 1-800-232-0233.
Grayson County on top 37-18, forcing the quick timeout by Mark Starnes. And I'm sure he's just trying to say, hey, you know what? Grayson comes out firing. They score 7 points in the first roughly 2 minutes of this third quarter. Just take a deep breath. I mean, yes, you're down by 19 points, but there is still a whole lot of time left in this game. And I think what he's probably telling his team was, let's start with this possession. And in this possession, starts with a pass down to the right block to Masterson, who can't get it to fall inside. Tutt gets the rebound, though. Off to the left wing, thinking about the 3 was Ward. Ward inside to Tutt. Tutt swings it over to the far side. And now taking a dribble will go Apollo, and they're going to set up the offense here. Back now to Stites. Stites drives downhill, and a foul is called underneath. Called on Blanton. For Blanton, that's only his first, and the team's first. In fact, there have not been many fouls called in this game at all. Combined between the two teams, that is only the 8th foul called in this game, and we're about halfway through the third quarter. I love it. They're letting these two teams play. It's been a very clean game. I like it. Makes things very entertaining. On the far side, nice defense by Chandler McCready, standing in front of, he was not going to let Ward drive on him, and really nice defense by the junior. Driving in, the shot off the left side is no good on the drive. Jaron Stites is fouled by Braden Childress. That is his first and the team's second, and I hope that I didn't just pull in the good old announcer's jinx here, and now the fouls are going to start to come. Free throw is up and good, knocked in by Jaron Stites. Stites is now 3 of 5 from the charity stripe on this young season. You can make that 4 of 6 as he knocks in both of those. And Apollo's up to 20 points now. It is 37-20, 5 minutes and 20 seconds to play here in the third quarter. McCready picks up his dribble in between the circles to the left wing to Childress. Childress out front now to McCready. McCready being chased in front of the Cougar student section off to Childress. Childress no-look pass to the near side. Sharp 3 in and out. Blanton had the rebound, had it stripped away by Apollo, and coming down with it is Brady Ward. Ward, an outlet pass over to the far side, and taking the basketball is Morphew. Morphew gets around the defender, blocked by Toms inside. Off to Childress. Cougars are working, 3-on-2. Childress coast to coast, flip shot off the left side is good. Braden Childress said, thank you very much, I'll take that myself, and lays it in off that left side. 39-20. The Cougar student section loves it. The Rowdy Cougs on the far side. It's good to have more fans in the building, something we didn't get at all last season due to attendance limitations. Left wing Stites gets a screen, gets around the defender. Stites drives down the left lane, gets around Childress. His shot is short. Toms gets the rebound for the Cougars. An outlet pass down to the right wing and laying it in off the right side. Chandler McCready He got around the defense, and a beautiful find by Grayson County's Braden Childress, and the Cougars lead 41-20 as we approach the 4-minute mark of the third quarter. It's all Cougars here in this quarter. Pass down to Tutt off the right side. He got around Blanton. And that's an easy basket for Z Tutt. 41-22. Grayson County leads. Sharp on the left wing. Out front to Blanton. Blanton with the right hand. Backs off to the volleyball line. To Childress. Inside to Toms. Toms splits defenders. Shot off the right side is no good. Toms is going to go to the free throw line after being bumped and found by Brady Ward. For Ward, that is his second and the team's first. Hunter Toms, his free throws have been one of the greatest storylines over these past couple of years. Toms from the free throw line, his freshman year, 28%. His sophomore year, 46%. His junior year was 68%. And he makes that first one. I mean, his improvement in free throws is something that you really don't see. I mean, he has improved it roughly double every single season, which means that he's now got to get almost into the upper 80%, which I'm sure that's in Keegan Sharp territory. This second free throw is good by Toms. I'm sure if you ask Travis Johnston, he'd take about 70% from Toms. But if Toms gets up to the 90% mark, then, man, he'd be a real weapon late in games like Keegan Sharp is. He makes both free throws, goes to the bench as Jack Logston comes in for him. Grayson leads 43-22, 3:30 to play in the third quarter. Free throw line shot is no good, but the space was created on an offensive foul called on Jaron Stites. It's his first and the team's second. Braden Childress will break the timeline right at the logo. Left wing Logston, he steps into the three, lets it fly, it's an air ball, rebounded underneath by Ward for the Eagles. Flips a pass out over on the right wing. Tutt drives down far baseline, gets around the defender. The shot is a little short, and a foul's called on the rebound as Hornbeck came over the top of the defender. And I'm sure that's one of those fouls that when Travis Johnston goes back and watches the tape, he's not going to be unhappy at Hornbeck because he was making a play. He's making a play on the ball, and it's just the Apollo player had a little bit better position. Apollo scans to pass it in. They'll give it out front now. Morphew off and driving down the right lane and laying it in is Brady Ward. He's got 4 points. Apollo trying to show a sign of life on offense. Right side Childress, over to the left wing to Sharp. Sharp back out front to Logston. Logston swings it into the near corner to Childress. Childress cross-court pass, Sharp, deep left wing, three, no good, just a little short. The rebound bouncing around, playing hot potato on the inside, and Apollo comes down on top of it. Ward to the right wing to Stites. Stites has the ball. Over to the far side, Ward gets a screen, spins down the far baseline, passes inside to Tutt, who goes up with the right hand and lays it in. It's good ball movement by Apollo. Tutt's got 6 points in this quarter, and nearly throwing it away is Grayson County, and almost saving it in bounds was Jaron Stites. He goes diving in to this little area that is in between the scores table and the Grayson County bench, as it was going to be right into the bleachers. Probably, honestly, the one place, I mean, not that there's a spot that you want to go flying in, but you'd almost want to have the padding of the scores table or the padding of the bench. Down to the left block, Hornbeck outside, Sharp steps in, wide open three, it's short. Long rebound by Blanton on the left elbow. Blanton out to the far side, he'll cross court it to Logston. Logston fakes a pass inside to Sharp. Sharp swings it over to the left wing. Blanton three up and no good. Tutt comes down with the rebound for the Eagles. An outlet pass down to the right side. And smartly just backing it off was Eli Masterson. Gives it to Tutt. Tutt has it stripped down the lane. Out front now to Stites. Stites on the right backcourt to set up the offense here for Apollo. Man-to-man defense for Grayson County. Minute 38 to play in the third quarter. It is Grayson 43, Apollo 26. Left wing Morphew. Back off to the right side to Stites. Stites. Inside pass to Masterson. Shot off the right side's no good. Bouncing around. Masterson gets the rebound, and his putback is up and good. And Travis Johnston, I don't think like that, as he's going to take a quick 30-second timeout, as it is 43-28 with a minute 16 to go here in the third quarter. Grayson County still leads by 15, but I'm sure this is one of these situations where Travis Johnston just wants to make sure that this game does not get any closer. Try to run down a score or two from around the region while we're in the break here between two. I guess you could say this is a Grayson County district rival and an Apollo district rival. In boys basketball, it is all Butler County. They lead Davis County 45-27. At the end of the first quarter in boys basketball, Greenview leads Russell County 17-9. Of course, Greenwood is who Grayson County will play on Saturday at Barron County High School. That'll be a 6:30 tip-off. And a final score from Whitestone, it's the Raiders defeating Russellville by a final score of 61-49. Out of the timeout, 43-28, 107 to play here in the third quarter. Out front to Sharp. Sharp, a no-look pass to Toms on the right wing. Toms inside to Bratcher, who has his shot blocked by Tutt. And a foul is going to be called on Apollo. Foul called on Tutt. His second, team's third, and Owen Bratcher will go to the free throw line. Last season, 2 of 4 from the line. The first one is no good. Of course, Owen Bratcher was one of the star receivers for the Grayson County football team. Also a defensive end. He missed 8 games last season for this Grayson County team. When he was in there, he was really good off the bench. He misses both of those free throws. Tutt comes down with the rebound for Apollo. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. It is 43-28. Grayson County still leads Apollo. On the far side, faking the interior pass, knocked away. Blayton's going to try and run it down. He gets there just in the near corner. Blayton down near baseline, shot off the right side's no good. Toms tries to knock it in on the follow, but there to pick it up was Brady Ward for the Eagles. Ward breaks the timeline at the logo. 35 seconds and counting to play here in the third quarter. Out front to Stites. Stites being guarded by Sharp. To Ward. Ward picked up by Blanton for Grayson County. Blanton chases him back to the half-court line with 22 seconds and counting to play in the third. Grayson County on top 43-28 against Apollo. Apollo, though, with a basket here, can make things interesting as we come into this fourth quarter of play. 10 seconds and counting. Ward on the left wing fires a pass down inside to Masterson, who goes back towards the middle. The shot is no good. 4 seconds on the clock. Blayton's got to get something off with 2 seconds from 3/4 court is no good. 43-28. Grayson County leads Apollo at the end of 3. As this is Grayson County Cougar basketball on Leitchfield's Country Station 103.9 The Moose.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School. It is the Cougars leading the Apollo Eagles 43-28 as we start the fourth quarter of play. Sam Gormley with you here on the call. We appreciate you taking the time to tune in here on K105 and also via K105 Digital Productions. Cougars trying to close this one out and pick up their second win on this young season against an improving Apollo team. And Stites was looking for a foul in the backcourt, wasn't going to get it. Mark Starnes is wanting to call as well. Driving in is Ward, weaves through down the left lane. The basket can't roll in. Tutt gets the rebound. His put up is no good, but he will go to the free throw line after being fouled by Grayson County underneath. It's called on Owen Bratcher, and it's his first and the team's fourth. It's weird. Owen Bratcher last season was 44 in basketball. I'm not used to him in number 12, which I do believe is his baseball number. I think was number 12. As the first free throw is good by Tutt. 17 was his baseball number. I don't know where I'm getting number 12. Maybe football was his number 12. I can't even remember. Tutt makes both free throws, 43-30. They roll this one in, 7 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Keegan Sharp will break the timeline over to the far side to Blanton. Blanton, a no-look pass to McCready. Kind of spreading it around, a 3-around-2 look, and they throw it away. Firing a pass, Ward, into the middle to Smith. Smith inside, near corner to Tutt. Out front, 3, up into the air, and it is good. Stepping into the 3 and knocking it in was Jaron Stites. And Travis Johnston is going to take a timeout, as it is a 10-point game with 7:17 to go here in the fourth quarter. This is Grayson County Cougar basketball on K105 and on 103.9 The Moose. (43-33), just about 7 minutes to go here in tonight's game. Apollo comes out storming in this fourth quarter of play as they open the quarter on a 5-0 run. Travis Johnston taking a quick timeout. He's saying, hey, let's not have this happen. Kind of getting a little deja vu to the Breckenridge County game where the Cougars were up big, missed their free throws down the stretch, and next thing you knew, you blinked and it was a 3-point game. I think this is probably his conversation right now with his team is, let's not have that happen. Out of the timeout, River Blanton will pass into Braden Childress, who's checked back into the game for the Cougars. You got Childress, McCready, Sharp, Blanton, and Toms. McCready over to the left wing to Childress. Grayson County probably just going to slow down here. They're going to try and get some open looks for Keegan Sharp. To the left wing to Childress. Childress drives down, pulls up from 10 feet, left side, good. Braden Childress has got 6 points here in today's game. In fact, his career high, he's more of your facilitating point guard, is 7, which happened against Apollo last season. Childress almost gets a steal, and he does. Dribbling the ball off of his foot for Apollo was Stites. And Braden Childress right on cue. I said, he's not a guy that scores, but he's not a guy that needs to score. He's a guy that does a really good job facilitating the offense and doing things like that. A really good defender, and that's exactly what it is. Childress has the ball. Over to the left wing to McCready. McCready fakes the pass. Outside to Childress, inside to Toms. Toms to Sharp. Near side 3 is good. Keegan Sharp knocks in the 3. He's got 13 points. His fourth 3 of the game. And Grayson County has extended their lead back to 15 at 48-33. Stites on the far side. He's got to break the timeline, and a timeout, I believe, is taken by Apollo. 48-33, 6:17 to go here in the fourth quarter. Grayson County's expanded this lead back, and it's probably a good timeout by Mark Starnes there to call it. Mark Starnes, he has very interesting histories. We've touched on it a couple of times, his coaching histories. He's coached all over the state of Kentucky, but he's also had experience coaching in the NBA. That's right, he was a video coordinator, scout, and assistant coach to Rick Pitino when he was with the Boston Celtics. When Rick Pitino returned to the NBA in 1997 after a stint in Kentucky, he hired Mark Starnes to work on his staff. So how about that? Some NBA experience on that sideline, and it doesn't matter if you're the water boy, and he's definitely not the water boy. It doesn't matter what you are. To say you have NBA experience is really impressive. And he's been a video coordinator, scout, and assistant coach. And not only just that, but the Boston Celtics, who arguably, if not the best, the greatest tradition NBA franchise, they're definitely second or third. I mean, I think it's either them or the Lakers. I'm not sure you can make an argument about that. I can tell you who it isn't. It's the Dallas Mavericks. Look over at our director tonight, Chase Blaine, who was moving his mouth saying the Mavericks. I said, I don't think that's it. Breaking the timeline on the right side out of the timeout, Apollo. Grayson County answers with a quick 5-0 run inside to Tutt. Tutt spins towards the far baseline. He's just going to have to kick it out front. Stites thought about a really deep 3, but pulls it away. Stites drives down, almost falls down to the left side. A 3 up into the air by Ward is no good off the back of the iron. And rebound is knocked out into the hands of Stites. Stites picks up his dribble. Fires a pass over to the far corner to Smith. Smith, ball fake, drives in on the jab step. Almost fell down, somehow kept his balance as he finds Tutt in the far corner. Tutt out front is Ward. Ward to Smith in the far corner being guarded by Chandler McCready. 5.5 minutes to go. It is Grayson County 48, Apollo 33. Ward to Smith. Smith drives near baseline, and a foul is going to be called on Chandler McCready on the drive. For McCready, that'll be his second and the team's 5th. Into the game for Apollo will be number 10, Alex Morphew. Morphew's got 3 points. He had a 3 in his first quarter of play here from the Cougar Den. Near side 3 up into the air by Stites is no good, but a foul on the floor on the rebound is called on River Blanton. For Blanton, that is his second and the team's 6th. Travis Johnston doesn't seem to like that call whatsoever. And a pass in for Apollo, getting it in just ahead of the 5-second clock. The shot off the right side is good by Masterson, and he's fouled by Grayson County. Foul called on Chandler McCready, that is his 3rd. And the team's 7th, and Eli Masterson will go to the free throw line to try and convert on the and one. Masterson from the line this season, 1 of 2. And it is off to the left side. Horn comes down to the rebound for the Cougars. 48-35, 5:11 to go here in this game. Grayson County still leads the Apollo Eagles. Right side to Toms. Out front to Horn. Horn interior pass to Blanton. Off the left side. Spins. Shot no good. Toms' follow at the rim is good. Hunter Toms with a great finish for Grayson. Across the right side, he's up to 10 points. The Grayson County lead is 50-45. 4 minutes and 45 seconds to go here in tonight's game. Driving down coast to coast. Stites blocked by Horn on the inside. Rebounded by Childress. Childress is bumped and fouled by Tutt as he gets ready to cross the timeline. For Z Tutt, that is his 3rd. Only the team's 4th here of the 4th quarter of play. And it's going to be one of these things for Grayson. They make their free throws, they're going to win this game. It's that simple. As it's going to get to the point where they're going to have to make their free throws, and that has been a struggle for this team this season. Childress on the left wing. He'll drive down the left side and try to dump a pass off the Horn, but beforehand he was fouled on the drive by Tutt. And for Tutt, that is now his 4th and the team's 5th. Blanton over the far side to Childress. Childress back inside to Blanton on the left block. Fades it away. The shot no good. Rebounded by Ward for the Eagles. A jump pass is almost knocked out of bounds by Childress, but somehow it stays in, and Apollo gets the ball back. Stites being guarded by Childress. Really nice defense for Braden Childress to stay in front of Stites on the right side. Far side, and a foul is called underneath. Another off-the-ball foul called by Kevin Morris, the same official. There's been about 4 off-the-ball fouls. And River Blanton picks up the foul there. His 3rd and the team's 8th. It's like there have been 3 or 4 off-the-ball fouls called, and he's called them all. And I'm not denying that they were fouls. It's just funny that every single one has been made by him. To the line will be Eli Masterson. Masterson will shoot 1 in the bonus. 1 of 3 on the season. Make that 2 of 4 as he makes in that free throw. Grayson County back in action coming up on Friday as they make the trip to downtown Browntown. And that second free throw is good by Masterson. Apollo will be back in action as they will host Owensboro Catholic. That game will also be on Friday. So both teams will head into district play after this game here. It is 50-37. Grayson County leads by 13. Out front, Sharp left all alone from 3, and he can't make them pay. But Horn gets the rebound and lays it in on the right side. Horn gets his name into the scorebook for the first time in this season, and it is 52-37. 3 minutes and 35 seconds to go here in tonight's game. Tutt in the far corner. Dumps a pass off. Floating inside the lane. The shot is no good. Rebound by Toms underneath. Toms gives it to Childress. Childress speeds it up and weaves through down to the near side to Sharp. 18 feet near side jumper. No good. Short. Rebounded by Apollo. An outlet pass down to Tutt. Tutt weaves through. Has it stripped by Childress, but a foul is going to be called on Braden Childress. It looked almost like he got enough of it. But for Childress, that is his second. And the team's ninth. And I thought Braden Childress has played very well tonight. I think this is one of his better games. He's got 6 points, but he's played very well defensively. He's made some nice plays on offense. As Tutt to the line makes the first one. Second free throw by Tutt. This would make it a 13-point game, and it is good. He gets the shooter's roll. 52-39, 3:09 to go. Grayson County trying to close this game out against the Eagles of Apollo. Childress over to the left wing to Toms, who's left all alone. Toms drives down, Euro step, shot off the right side, gets it to roll. Toms has 12 points. Grayson County on top, 54-39, 2:45 to go. Left side, Tutt. Tutt picks up his dribble, being guarded by Toms, drives down. He lowers the shoulder, goes up with a shot, and he's fouled on the drive. I'm not sure who they're going to call this one on for Grayson County. It'll be called on Horn. Horn, that is only his first. And team's 10th. So Apollo going to shoot 2 free throws for the remainder of this game for Grayson County. Apollo only has 5 team fouls called against them, so there'll be 2 more fouls until they'll shoot free throws, and Tutt misses the first free throw. These two teams do have the ability to potentially play one another here again in a couple of weeks. As the free throw is good by Tutt, he gets the roll. So both teams will be playing in the LaRue County Invitational. That'll happen after Christmas, and they would match up in the second round as Apollo plays Rockcastle County as Sharp breaks the timeline for Grayson County, while Grayson County plays Nelson County. Inside to Toms. Toms fades it off the right side, gets the basket, and Hunter Toms is having himself a quarter and a second half. He's got 6 points here in this fourth quarter, and he's up to 14 points for the game. Grayson County's lead is extended to 16 at 2 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Inside to Tutt, and a walk is going to be called by Z. Tutt on the inside. Mark Starnes is going to call up his team here to put a little full court press. Horn to Sharp. Sharp gives it off to Braden Childress. Childress off to Sharp here with 2 minutes. Into the middle to Horn. Horn swings it down here to the near side to Toms. Toms drives in at the rim. Can't get it to roll in. It's tipped up into the air. And I don't know, did they give it to Blankton or they give it to Toms? I'm not sure who they gave it to. I think they can pick the poison. I think it might have been Blankton. We'll have to see. We might have to go back and watch the replay on that to see who it goes towards. We'll have to ask official scorekeeper Brian Payton who he ends up giving that ball to. Left wing, Morphew. Morphew to the free throw line to Masterson. Masterson will pull up from there and makes it in. Really nice basket by Eli Masterson. Grayson County down to Blankton, coast to coast, misses the layup. Rebounded by Masterson underneath. Masterson, an outlet pass off to Stites. 1:15 to go. Grayson County 58-42. They lead this game. Tutt drives down, Euro step inside the lane, blocked by Horn at the rim. The rebound tapped up by Tutt, no good. It's bouncing up and down like a hot potato on the inside. Grayson comes out with it to Childress. Childress will cross the timeline at the logo, speeds up, has it stripped, and he'll go to the free throw line. And hopefully Braden Childress is okay. He's being helped up by Masterson and by Toms. And that's only the team's 6th foul. And Jack Logston and Nolan Hornbeck will check into the game. A foul is called on. Not sure who they ended up whistling that one on for Apollo. Travis Johnston going to the bench. Also Darius Tung into the game for Hunter Toms. So you've got Logston, Childress, Tung, Horn, and Hornbeck. They give it into Hornbeck straight away to Horn on the left wing. Into the far corner to Logston, off to the left side to Horn. Horn off to Hornbeck. Grayson County got to pick up the win here. And a double dribble is going to be called on Nolan Hornbeck in the backcourt. 58-42, 49 seconds to go. Grayson County going to pick up the win here tonight, barring what would be maybe the greatest comeback in the history of sports. We've seen crazier things. Jaron Stites over to the far side, an interior pass into Masterson. Masterson's shot is up, no good. Tutt with a rebound. His putback is up, off the mark, and Tung comes down with a rebound. No, it's Horn who comes down with a rebound for Grayson County. Grayson County can just work this clock out. Will Apollo let them do it? Or will they start to play some defense and see if they can't get the basketball back? Looks like they are going to come up and make Grayson at least try a little bit. But Apollo, you can tell how much this team has improved. Since last time I've seen them, they're a much better basketball team, and they're going to be a good team here in a couple of months, especially if they can get their transfers eligible. This could be a team that could do some damage here in this third region. It won't be any damage here tonight as Grayson County picks up the win by a final score of 58-42. The Cougs are winners. We'll come back and wrap it up after this. This is Grayson County Cougar basketball on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
The life of every child is precious. If you care for a child or teenager with a disability and have limited income and resources, they may qualify for monthly cash payments through the Supplemental Security Income Program, or SSI. Call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 or visit ssa.gov/SSI-Kids to learn more. That's ssa.gov/SSI-Kids. Message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Cougars are winners tonight by a final score of 58-42. When we come back, we'll jump into the fifth quarter show. This is Grayson County Cougar basketball on 103.9 The Moose.
The life of every child is precious. If you care for a child or teenager with a disability and have limited income and resources, they may qualify for monthly cash payments through the Supplemental Security Income Program, or SSI. Call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 or visit ssa.gov/SSI-Kids to learn more. That's ssa.gov/SSI-Kids. Message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
This is my house. My parents helped build it. Now you don't get wet when it rains. I don't get too hot or too cold inside. I can play with my sister, I can play with my brother, I can play with my mother, my father, my family. This is my house.
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 Visit Habitat.org to find out how you can help more families like mine.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County Schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Hey, boss. Okay?
I said I'm fine.
Me the bed, see you in the morning with the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it. And we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. We were underlay in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yeah.
The pandemic changed our world and the way we work, live, and connect. But there are better days ahead.
As a boy, I fought polio. Today, America's been polio-free for 40 years thanks to vaccination. We'll beat COVID-19 with vaccine too. Protect yourself and your family. Get vaccinated.
Learn more at cdc.gov/coronavirus. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Cougars are winners tonight against the Apollo Eagles by a final score of 58-42. Coming up on our fifth quarter show, we'll run down the scores from around the region, the scores from this game, and of course talk to the head coach of the Cougars, Travis Johnston, as the Cougars are winners tonight against the Apollo Eagles, spreading out the scoring, some really good things, some players make their returns. I'm sure that there's a lot, if you're Travis Johnston, to like about this performance here tonight and picking up a big win against an improving Apollo Eagle basketball team. Again, Grayson County winners. They improved to 2-1 on this season with this 58-42 win against the Apollo Eagles. We're going to take a break, come back, and I don't know, we'll either run down the scores from around the region or talk to the head man himself, Travis Johnston, about a good performance here tonight for the Grayson County Cougars. That'll come up next, as this is Cougar Basketball on K105 Digital Productions and on 103.9 The Moose.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
This is my house. My parents helped build it. Now we don't get wet when it rains. I don't get too hot or too cold inside. I can play with my sister, I can play with my brother, I can play with my mother, my father, my family. This is my house.
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 Visit Habitat.org to find out how you can help more families like mine.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
We've all seen it. People who thought COVID was a myth.
I thought the vaccine was a hoax.
It's hard to breathe.
It don't try to kill you in just one way. It try to kill you in multiple ways.
Now her whole family has tested positive for COVID-19.
That vaccine could have stopped all of this.
I would definitely have opted to get it.
If they're not vaccinated, get vaccinated.
See.
Call the COVID-19 hotline at 1-800-232-0233.
Cougar football on K105.
Grayson County is a winner tonight by a final score of 58-42 against the Apollo Eagles. We'll try to see if we can't run down a score or two from around the region, as I thought I saw Coach Johnston poke his head out, but he might be still talking to his team a second, and that's okay. Final score, boys basketball, Butler County defeats Davis County by a final score of 63-49. Edmondson County is a winner against Logan County by a final score of 69-45. Meade County defeats Breck County 52-48. That is a final score. And Bowling Green all over E-Town by a final score of 74-47. Those are really the scores. I know earlier today, Greenwood here at halftime leads Russell County 34-19 in boys basketball. Earlier today, it was the Edmondson County girls losing to Logan County by a final score of, if my memory is right, 39-22. So those are some of the scores. But of course, Butler County a winner, as is Edmondson County, as those are kind of some scores that are of interest to you with connection to Grayson County. We're going to take a break. Talk to hopefully Coach Johnston after this. This is Grayson County Cougar basketball on the Moose.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County Schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
We've all seen it. People who thought COVID was a myth.
I thought the vaccine was a hoax.
It's hard to breathe.
It don't try to kill you in just one way. It try to kill you in multiple ways.
Now her whole family has tested positive for COVID-19.
That vaccine could have stopped all of this.
I would definitely have opted to get it.
If they're not vaccinated, get vaccinated. See.
Call the COVID-19 hotline at 1-800-232-0233.
The pandemic changed our world and the way we work, live, and connect. But there are better days ahead.
As a boy, I fought polio. Today, America's been polio-free for 40 years thanks to vaccination. We'll beat COVID-19 with vaccine too. Protect yourself and your family. Get vaccinated.
Learn more at cdc.gov/coronavirus. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
3246.
Here we go.
Cougar football on K105.
Grayson County a winner tonight against Apollo by a final score of 58-42. Cougars move to 2-1 on the young season. So we look ahead to what's to come here into the coming days. Grayson County will be traveling to Edmonson County on Friday, as it'll be the 7:30 roughly start time, as it'll be a girl-boy doubleheader. The girls will play first. They will play Edmonson County. The boys will follow. That game will be from downtown Browntown. And then on Saturday, the Cougars will travel to Greenwood and play them at Barron County. So it'll be a 6:30 start time. That game will also be here on Leitchfield's Country Station 103.9 The Moose. You'll be able to watch that one via K105 Digital Productions. Then they will head to Todd County Central a week from tonight, a 4th region team that they will be playing. Of course, the former home of Cougar football head coach Brian Jones. He was formerly the head football coach down there and track coach and maybe even some wrestling. I could be making that up, but he kind of coached a little bit of everything down at Todd County High School. And then on December the 17th, which will be Grayson County's next home game, really cool event that'll be happening, as that will be when the Cougars will recognize the 2001 Region Championship team, as, of course, they're playing Collins in that game, and Collins is coached by Chris Gaither, who is the legendary player for Grayson County High School back in the early 2000s, helped lead the Cougars to that 2001 Region Championship, and he will be bringing his Collins team here to the Cougar Den. And I know when talking with now Lady Cougar head coach Todd Johnston, who was the head coach of the Cougar boys at the time of that, he said that you can't have a reunion without Chris Gaither. So it'll be good to see him back there. And I know Coach Todd Johnston was very happy that he's going to be able to see a lot of those guys that he hasn't seen in quite a long time, and he's very excited about getting them back together for a little reunion. And the Cougars, that'll be a really good test, as Collins is a very, very good basketball team, and it'll be interesting to see how the Cougars can fight against one of the top teams in, I believe they are the 8th region. The Titans will be making the trip, and then the Cougars will play in a pair of tournaments. The first one will be before Christmas, which will be at South Warren High School, and then after Christmas, the Cougars will play at LaRue County High School for Christmas tournaments. We'll take a break, come back, and continue on our 5th quarter show after this, as this is Cougar Basketball on 103.9 The Moose.
This is my house. My parents helped build it. Now you don't get wet when it rains. I don't get too hot or too cold inside. I can play with my sister, I can play with my brother, I can play with my mother, my father, my family. This is my house.
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 Visit habitat.org to find out how you can help more families like mine.
03246.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den, where the Grayson County Cougars are winners tonight against Apollo by a final score of 58-42. Joined now by the head coach of the Cougars, head coach Travis Johnston, and coach, for one, that Apollo team has improved a lot. They're getting a lot better. They had some good guards, and they gave you everything they had.
Yeah, and I think that and they didn't have their best guard. And then obviously they're going to have their two transfers later on, and they're going to be right up there. It's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be a clear-cut 9th district like it has been last couple of years. But, they got a lot of young kids, and a lot of kids played well for them today. And I don't know if I was telling you this before, but their coaching staff it has really got them engaged and excited about playing and running around, hollering, playing tough. They just got skill-wise, they got to get a little bit better, especially shooting. That's why we went zone a little bit more, because a couple of them struggle to shoot. But they're going to be a really good team. They're going to be a good team for a while.
A couple players really stood out to me, and the first one is Braden Childress. I thought he played really well defensively.
Yep.
He was locked in, came away with 6 points, and as I was saying, his career high is only 7, which was against Apollo, but I think he's a guy that really understands his role of he doesn't need to come in here and score 20 points a game.
Yeah, and when we got a little stagnant against their zone, when they switched it to that 2-1-2, finally got him back in. I left him out. I had him out too long. That was the problem. Bad coaching. And we got him back in, and he was able to penetrate the zone and attack, made a floater, and got a foul called. And then obviously, again, he played really good defense on. We were leaving too many holes in our zone press. They were getting some easy looks. So we went to our just straight man-to-man full court, and he really pressured 14 a lot and at least made them work all the way down the floor. And I thought it was his best game that he's played this year, and he had a game with 7 assists. So, again, I thought it was the best game he's played this year.
Other player that stood out and giving you just a quick little burst in that second quarter was Owen Bratcher coming off the bench, and he made 2 buckets right away. I know that he has not practiced a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's impressive to come in there and go to war right away.
Yeah, and obviously we're still a little worried about him. He didn't play much, if any, of the second half. He played a little bit. He's still not able to go attack it on the offensive glass like he used to. Even the defensive glass, but he's 6'5", and he has a nice drop step. You don't have to have a whole lot of moves if you're 6'5" like that, and he has a good drop step to his right hand, which his left shoulder is the one that's hurt, and he's able to throw it off the glass. And I thought he played really well, and that's some stuff that we've been missing a little bit. Not to say that our bench guys haven't been that good, but it's the production standpoint. Now we've had some guys come in and they may play and give you good minutes, but the production doesn't take off. And when you saw Dylan, obviously we miss him. He's at the end of the game, and he's going to be. Hopefully he's not too sore. But when those guys come in, I think Dylan had 7 rebounds. I think he led our team in rebounds, and he played maybe half the game, maybe. And then Owen comes in and gets 4 points, and he plays probably 3-4 minutes. So that's the production that we're talking about, trying to get it off the bench.
Then the final guy kind of took over in that second half was Hunter Toms.
Yep.
That's probably that little spurt reminded me against, I think it was Breck last year, where he had a stretch. I think it's the second quarter of that game where he lost his mind pretty much, was making shots. That's really what you want to see from him, right?
Yeah, and the reason, and maybe I have to do a better job, again, I guess I'm just terrible. Maybe I got to do a better job at running a couple things for him, because 11 was on him, and he was kind of killing us down on this end. There for a little bit of a stretch in the fourth quarter, and he had 4 fouls. So we were trying to attack him, but Hunter made a great move on a drive, and the moves we work on every day. And then, obviously, he had his post up, which he hasn't been great at. But, again, when you're that athletic and you're 6'2", all you got to have is a drop step to score over the top of guys. So I thought he played great. And the good thing about all those guys playing well like that is Keegan didn't play bad. River didn't play bad. I thought River played his best defense he's played all year. I thought he was phenomenal on the defensive end. Keegan missed some easy shots. River missed some easy shots. And they didn't play bad by any stretch. I mean, heck, River probably thinks he plays bad, and he had 14 and 6. I mean, that's pretty daggone good if you're playing bad. But we were able to get those other guys like Braden and Hunter, Owen. Dylan had a nice offensive rebound put back. If you get those guys, and we'll get Chandler going. He's laboring a little bit, and he'll get going. He's worried about his shot a little too much, and I think we'll see a different Chandler Friday night for sure. But once we get all those guys going, then it takes the pressure off River and Keegan on, I have to go get 20 and 10 or whatever it is. So hopefully we can become a more balanced team moving forward.
Friday, Edmonson County, and I know it's Edmonson County.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's their best team against your worst team or vice versa. They picked up a win tonight against Logan County, 69-45. Another one I can bring you. Butler beats Davis, 63-49. And then Meade beat Breck, 52-48. Those are some of the scores there from that probably would at least matter. And then Greenwood's up at the half against Monroe County or something along the lines of that. Edmonson County and then Greenwood, back-to-back. That's two really tough games back-to-back. What do you want to see from your team leading up to, one of the biggest games of the year?
Well, we've had it a little easy as far as our schedule, as far as not having to travel yet. And then we're going to go back-to-back places where we have to get on a bus and travel. And the only time we've done that this season was Madisonville, and we looked horrible. So we're going to have to go on the road twice, and obviously one on the road is Edmonson County. And they run a really, really good 5-out motion, so we're going to have good, solid 55 I say 55. Everybody knows what it's called. That's our half-court man. We're going to have good half-court defense against them, and then get running. We looked really good running in transition tonight, so we got to get out and go more.
Coach, we look forward to it. Anytime Grayson County, Edmonson County gets together, it's going to be fun.
Yep.
That's head coach Travis Johnston. We'll come back and wrap it up after this. This is Cougar basketball on the Moose.
Hey, boss. Okay.
Said I'm fine.
See you in the morning with the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it, and we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. Where you at? Underlay in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yeah.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County Schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
The pandemic changed our world and the way we work, live, and connect. But there are better days ahead.
As a boy, I fought polio. Today, America's been polio-free for 40 years thanks to vaccination. We'll beat COVID-19 with vaccine too. Protect yourself and your family. Get vaccinated.
Learn more at cdc.gov/coronavirus. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
When someone says, you need a bone marrow transplant, those are just not words you want to hear.
I got a call that it was the best match. It was one of the best days of my life. I'm so happy that you're okay.
I just want to say thank you for the second chance at life. Thousands of patients need a donor like you. Learn how you can help at bethematch.org.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den, where Grayson County is a winner by a final score of 58-42 against the Apollo Eagles. The scores from this game: first for Apollo, 14 points for Eli Masterson. He led the way. 11 for Z Tutt, 7 points for Jaron Stites, 4 for Brady Ward, 3 for Alex Morphew, and 2 for Grant Smith. For Grayson County, it was River Blankton and Hunter Toms who tied for the team lead with 14 points. Keegan Sharp right behind him at 13, 6 for Braden Childress, 5 for McCready, 4 for Owen Bratcher, and Dylan Horn rounds out the scoring with 2 points. Grayson County 2-1 on the season now with the win against Apollo tonight by that final score of 58-42. We'll be back in action on Friday down in downtown Browntown as Grayson County will take on Edmonson County. Coverage will be over on our sister station K105, but also here via K105 Digital Productions. 5:40 will be the official start time of coverage for that game with the tip of the girls' game beginning at 6 o'clock. The Cougar boys will then also play on Saturday at Barron County. 6:30 will be the official start time of that game over on right here on 103.9 The Moose, and also obviously via K105 Digital Productions. I want to thank the K105 Digital Productions crew for their hard work tonight. Your camera operator was Cody Brock, and your director was Chase Blaine. So tonight, where the Grayson County Cougars pick up a 58-42 win against Apollo, this is Sam Gormley saying, so long, everyone.